We have a massive report for Flames fans and the city of Calgary as the first phase of construction for the new arena and event center will officially start next week. And as someone who grew up in the city of Calgary and watched dozens, if not hundreds, of games at the Dome, this is a bit of a bittersweet moment, but let's face it, we need an upgrade. This will be huge for attracting players to actually want to play in this city. And the Flames have kind of been a little bit cursed over the last 20 or 30 years or so in the Dome, so maybe a fresh start with a new arena is the way to go. We're going to break it all down, but first, I want to welcome you to Flames Digest. I am Mark Griffith. If you're new around here and you love the Flames, make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the latest news, updates, reports, and rumors revolving around your Calgary Flames. We would love to welcome you to the Flames Digest family, but without further ado, you already heard about it, but let's talk about how the new arena is officially underway. This is huge news for Flames fans. I think we're very, very excited about this. We've needed a new arena for a while. And just quickly, I wanted to say, I know this video is coming out later than they normally do. I do apologize for that. I worked a 12-hour shift today, but I still wanted to get the news out to you guys because you deserve it. And this was just a fun report to talk about. Some very, very big news we can finally say about the arena. And who broke the news? Well, it was our tried and trusted from Sportsnet, Mr. Eric Francis. And he said, as a Calgarian, I'm thrilled to report that on Monday, the Flames, city, and province will officially start the building of the $926 million event center with a sod turning event. So it's just a sod turning event, but still, it is the first step. I'm told design renderings will also be unveiled Monday, almost 9 years after Ken King unveiled the team's first vision of a new NHL arena. The 18,000-seat home of the Flames will also include a community rink, a parkade, and an indoor and outdoor event plaza. A parkade for our American viewers is a parking garage, or a parking garage for maybe our British viewers. It will be built 2 blocks north of the Saddle Dome, where the massive Cowboys tent is currently being dismantled. Yes, I also did a little bit of dismantling there at the Cowboys tent over Stampede. They always put on a good show. The hope is that construction will be completed in time for the 2027-28 season. So do I hear that we are winning a Stanley Cup in 2028? That is exactly what I am getting out of this. And this is thrilling. This is awesome. We've needed an arena for so long. Anyone who has ever needed to use the bathroom at the Saddle Dome knows that the concourse is terrible unless you're up in the PL. But either way, this is just super, super cool. And I really hope they do preserve the Saddle Dome in some way, just because anyone who's been there, it really is in their hearts. It's such an old school barn these days that it really, really does need to be preserved. I know most likely it'll end up being demolished, but think of how long the Stampede Corral, why'd I pronounce it like that? The Stampede Corral, it stayed up for a long time. I know it got demolished just a couple years ago, I believe during the pandemic, but either way, I hope they do preserve the Saddle Dome. Now, one way we can wrap it up, not wrap up the whole video, but kind of put it all together is this great article here from Colton Pankow, and he said construction on new Calgary Flames arena finally starts next week. A report, if we dive in, the Flames are in desperate need of a new facility as the Saddle Dome, built in 1983, is the NHL's second oldest arena, with only New York Rangers Madison Square Garden having been around longer. It has been renovated though, so in a way, technically the Flames do have the oldest arena in the league, not the actual building, but what's inside of it. NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman has been openly vocal about the fact that the Flames' current home isn't up to league standard. Yes, he has talked about it quite a bit. Is that why maybe the reffing is a little bit more suspect our way some of the time? Or was that more so just because of Dennis Wideman? Either way, Bettman, or Barry Getman as he's been called on the channel before, Barry Getman, Dennis Wideman, they didn't put us in a great place, but finally we might get a new arena and maybe the NHL will start to go our way a little bit more. Just to continue here, an arena deal was believed to have been worked out in 2021, but wound up getting called off late in December of that year. Because that appeared to be a done deal, many Flames fans have been skeptical over this new agreement, but this news should help ease some nerves. And I completely understand, the doubters who think, oh, it's just another proposed arena deal. Is it really going to happen? It sounds like they have all the finances in order, and now we actually have a step of them doing some construction here. It really does sound like we're getting a new arena, and I am 99% sure that we actually will. Surely they're not just turning the sod to put in a swimming pool or something. It's only swimming weather here for a couple months of the year. Either way, I'm just stoked, and it should be super, super great, the new arena. But like I say, I really do hope we do keep the dome around. Now, the last thing I wanted to show in this video before, of course, the comment of the day is kind of the first renderings of what the arena may look like. I don't know how brand new these are, but still, I hadn't really seen them before. Not sure if you guys have. So I wanted to kind of get some thoughts on what we think of the first sort of renderings here. I think more renderings are scheduled to be released next week. It might have said that in the Eric Francis tweet. I already can't even remember. Short-term memory loss. It's been a long day in the sun. Either way, let's take a look at this first one here. It's got the Calgary skyline with the Calgary Tower in the background. I don't know if that's exactly how, it'll look perspective-wise with the skyline, but here's kind of the first look at what the building may look like. Obviously looks way more modern. It's got the big Calgary on the side there, and it's a pretty sleek-looking building. Very different than the Saddle Dome, of course. The Saddle Dome's so iconic. I really, again, hope that they do keep it. I'm sure most Flames fans, especially ones that live in the city of Calgary, will say the same thing. But either way, this one looks very, very nice. There's going to be 3 more renderings. I don't know if it's supposed to be the same building because they all look slightly different. I don't know if it's supposed to be showing other sides of it, but either way, this looks really, really nice. Obviously, it's right in the heart of Calgary, so it looks very, very nice with the skyline, but I'm liking this first kind of look at it. If we get into the next one here, here's maybe a side angle of the same building. I'm not too sure, but this one reminds me way more of more modern arenas that we've seen with kind of that bonus building sticking out the side. Again, very sleek looking on the outside. I would assume this is looking from the south side of the building. I'm not 100% sure about that, but either way, this rendering looks very nice. Kind of shows what the people walking in may encounter sort of thing later in the day as well. Looks like the lights are very nice. Says Calgary Event Center on the side, but I really, really do like this. I think it's very, very cool. The good shape of the building, again, it's not perfectly square because obviously the dome wasn't. So I like that they're kind of keeping that tradition. Looks very modern. Looks very, very cool. I like it. Big upgrade. Next one here. This one looks super cool, adding in the blue. It doesn't really have Flames colors, which is interesting. I'm assuming once they actually do build it, they'll put up more Flames memorabilia, whether that's statues, flags, banners, pennants, whatever it is. It'll be very cool. And of course, we'll fill it up with more banners actually in the rafters. But either way, I do like the look of this. It looks like a very, very sleek building. I would assume this is looking from the road, so from the west side looking east. But either way, I really do like it. Love the windows. That's something that the Saddle Dome obviously doesn't really have at all. So can kind of see right in. Looks very, very cool. And it'll be interesting to see what the lighting is like in the dome and if it makes a difference. Or in the new arena. I'm just used to saying dome for Calgary's barn. But either way, this event center looks super, super, super cool. And if we look at the last rendering here, just another side of it. Looks very modern, very cool. Again, not sure if this is all supposed to be, the same design of one building, but either way, again, looks very modern, very cool. It looks like a beautiful day there in Calgary, the blue sky city. I really do like it. These renderings are very nice. I'm sure we will be getting more as I'm sure different designs are coming in, but either way, hopefully there's room to actually go to the bathroom in this one, room to get your food and not be waiting in line for 20 minutes. It looks super, super cool. This is so, so exciting. The Flames have needed this for so long. The city of Calgary has needed this for so long. And of course, the population, just Calgarians in general, and Flames fans, of course, have really, really needed this. This is super, super cool news. I'm stoked. I'm sure you guys are too. Please let me know down in the comments below how you feel about it because I am just over the moon. Now let's wrap up this video with the comment of the day, which has to do with yesterday's video, kind of about the goaltending situation, about Dustin Wolf being unsigned still, but I mean, it's really not that big of an alarm, big of a panic. But either way, let's take a look at this comment here. I liked it from Janice. They said, Wolf needs help to play in the NHL. The present coach isn't coaching right for Wolf. Goalie coach, get him to move out and cut the angles down. Wolfie, you can do it. I like ending with a positive, optimistic comment there of Wolfie, you can do it. Jason LaBarbera, I think, is a pretty good goalie coach. Maybe doesn't quite fit Wolfie's style, but either way, I think Wolf will want to improve a lot and can improve those things because you can't improve height, obviously. There's other shorter goalies in the league that have done well, like UC Saros. We will just have to see. But either way, Wolfie, you can do it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you like what you saw here today and have a wonderful rest of your day.